everyone, Sam Davidson here with MEA Worldwide, and I am with the one and only Justina Adorno, who is one of the stars of the new ABC show Grand Hotel. I'm obsessed already. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm glad that there's a dog in the room.
Oh, the dog, yeah. There is a dog. I watched the pilot today, and I have to say, and I'm not just saying this because you're here, you were my favorite character.
Stop it.
I identified with you the just.
I do. I identify with Yoli the most too, honestly.
Well, let's talk about that. So tell me about the process of getting cast. Did you audition for other roles? Like when you found out you were auditioning for her, did you really connect with her specifically?
Yeah, so I had auditioned for other pilots for ABC that pilot season. And at the time that I auditioned for Alicia, another character on the show, I had my heart set on another pilot. So I read the script and I was like, oh, I don't know about this girl. I like this other person. And so I kind of butchered that audition. So I was like, okay, great. I guess it's not this year. This isn't gonna happen this year for me. But then I got the sides for Yoli and I was like, they better cast me. Just because like she's so relatable, you know what I mean? She keeps it real and she's kind of the underdog. So I auditioned for it, and when I was in the audition room, I literally felt like, I was like, why did they call me in for this? Because I kept asking all the other girls, oh, are you here for Carolina? And they're like, no, Yoli. And I was like, what? Okay. We looked so different. And like our energies were different. I was like, oh, I must have misread this character. But then I did the audition. I got a call back the next week. And then the next day I got a test. And then the next day I got the call that I got the role. And the next day I went to Miami.
Okay, so Alicia, is that your twin sister?
No, that's my stepsister on the show.
Oh, right, the stepsister.
Yeah.
Okay, I have some questions about that in a little bit. But what I love specifically, but also kind of thought was maybe a little bit weird, is that I'm not super familiar with the term gordita, right? But you are beautiful, super, like you have nothing that's wrong with you, you know what I mean, physically.
Oh, please, I mean, I beg to differ. But yes, gordita is like a Latino term for like chubby, you know, bigger girl. And, you know, growing up, I always was the chubby one. I know, like other people may have different opinions, but you know, I felt like the odd one out. And
I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I lost weight for a weight loss commercial, and then, you know, I struggled with an eating disorder, and trying to recover out of that, I actually booked the role, and I was kind of told to kind of gain more weight for it. So that whole transition was a struggle, but it helped me just like, you know, identify with her even more and just like own who I am in my body wherever I am in the moment.
How interesting.
Yeah, so Yoli actually really has been helping me on my own journey personally.
And so this was shot. Was it over a year ago? Was it a year ago?
Yes, the pilot was shot like last March. So it's been like almost, like not a year and a half, but it feels like 5 years since we shot the first pilot, the pilot. So
has it been this waiting game? Or when did you start actually shooting this series when it got picked up?
Okay, so we filmed the pilot in March of last year, 2018. And then we started filming late August for the rest of the season, and we finished in January. And so like the whole cast, we're just like, we're like waiting for it to come out, because I don't even know what happens episode 2. Especially with the other characters, like I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, your character specifically, there is a big famous, was he musician, right? The character that likes you in the pilot episode. Yes. And you have this kind of competition with your sister. Do you have sisters in real life? And was this something that you could relate to or build off of? Because it was pretty evil.
Yeah. I have a younger sister, but we're like 11 years apart. So we never really had that kind of sibling rivalry. But I mean, we all have our best friends and cousins. Frenemies. But you know, I've never been a competitive person, which is why I understood Yoli even more, because I've been treated in that way, but I've never done it back. It's a waste of time for me. Whatever's meant for me is meant for me, and if it's not, then I'm not gonna fight you for it. So I know a lot of people are gonna be able to relate to that, that's for sure.
And I know that, again, things are under wraps, but are we gonna see Yoli kind of rise up in the ranks? Because her confidence is off the charts. The first scene that we see you, kind of, oh, she's the ugly one, she's, you know, the lesser one. Yeah. But I feel like by the end, you know, you just build and build and build. Is that something that's going to be explored throughout the season?
I don't know.
And your stepsister too. That is a really interesting family dynamic we have going on there. I'm hoping that those two team up at one point. That's my hope. I'm not going to look at you. I'm just going to look down. But yeah, what was it like though working with all of these actors behind the scenes? Where did you film? Were you actually in Miami? Did you all become great buds?
Yeah, we filmed in Miami for the pilot, and then we filmed the rest of the season in Manhattan Beach. And we are really close. We have like it's interesting. Like it's not exactly the same on screen, off screen, but for me, the girl who plays my sister, we're like sisters.
Really?
I mean, the first day we met each other, we were like, da 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 da, and everyone was like, "Oh, you guys know each other from New York?" Because we're the only two actors from New York. Mm-hmm. And we're like, "No, we just met," but we literally finish each other's sentences. We like show up to set with like the same outfit. We're like, "What the girl?" Like literally almost every time. It's so freaking weird. But yeah, Denyse and I were really close. Bryan, he's like my brother. He like came and like hung out in New York City with me during the summer. Like we're really lucky to have the relationships we have on and off camera.
Was it always planned, do you think, for it to be a summer show, or was it one of those things that they kind of found the space for it and were like, this is very appropriate for the summer?
Yeah, it was kind of found, because at first we thought all these things were rumors, you know, like we think this, we think that, but we thought that we were going to be right behind The Bachelor. So we thought we were going to be coming out during the winter, and then that didn't happen, and we were like, what's happening? And then we heard The Bachelorette, but I feel like it's the perfect setup because I feel like more women watch The Bachelorette, and I feel like women especially are gonna love our show.
And side note, I know that you're a big Bachelorette fan.
Yes.
As am I. Is it like exciting that you get to basically promote yourself? You go after The Bachelorette on ABC on Mondays.
It is. I'm like the weird one in the cast. I'm like a huge fan for many, many years, and it's just like, I can't wait to like meet some of the Bachelor Nation people.
I think you will.
I will. I already met Colton, and I was like, Colton! There's like all these other actors, and they're like, Justina, what the heck? Who's that? And I'm like, that's Colton. He is the Bachelor this season. And I actually ended up like falling in love with him. I was like, he's great.
He's literally one of the nicest people I've ever interviewed.
He's so sweet.
So yeah, it's kind of a dream come true because I would have been watching my show regardless if I was on it or not, because I watch The Bachelor and Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise. So
this was made
it's
for
perfect.
you.
It was made for me.
Well, thank you so much for stopping in. And you guys, this show is juicy. It is fun. It is going to be your favorite show of
Yes.
And it premieres on Monday, June 17th at 10 p.m. right after The Bachelorette. You're going to love it. Let us know what you think. And thank you again. Can't wait to see what happens and what you do next.
Me too.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you next time, guys.